Hello, it is March 9th at 11:37. That will be 23:37 hours military time. On March 9th, I am documenting this video. I just had Deputy Parsons come to Sheets. I was my own business, wasn't doing anything, just pulls right up and then pretty much wants to conduct a I don't know what he was trying to conduct, because I try to explain my side of the situation of an incident that happened 2 weeks ago where I was leaving Sheets in Delaware early in the morning, around, I say, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going westbound on 36 around South Section Line Road. But the whole time, all the way through the city, I had this red Honda, here to find out that's the car that was behind me. Basically, speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down. The whole entire way going through Delaware on 36 westbound after leaving Sheets, basically. And next thing I know, I get close to South Section Line Road there, still heading westbound on 36, and this car is like speeding up like behind me like crazy, like almost like trying to basically run me off the roadway, or just try to plow in the back of my truck. I don't understand why somebody thinks it's necessary they need to do that, but this is what was happening. And I try to explain that to the deputy tonight on March 9th around 11 something, and he just didn't want to hear it. He didn't want them give me the opportunity as my right for due process. If I'm being questioned, or if I'm being stopped, or if an officer is coming up to conduct business with me, I have a right to be able to say my side of the story, because if he's not allowing me to conduct business with him and discuss a matter, and he just wants to shut me down, that's dereliction of duty. He's not following by Ohio Vice Code, my constitutional rights, my due process rights, my handicap rights, my civil rights. I mean, I can just go on and on and on and on about it. So back to the incident around 36 westbound. As I'm approaching 36 westbound, approaching South Section Line Road on 36 westbound, this vehicle is the one that's been following behind me this whole entire time, slowing down, speeding up, slowing down, speeding down, almost like antagonizing me, harassing me, basically causing road rage. I'm just minding my own business, doing the speed limit. I have a vehicle in front of me that's doing a speed limit, basically, all the way through town, and I'm secure safe distance, basically, between me and that vehicle in front of me. But when I get to South Section Line Road on 36 westbound, the car in front of me that was doing normal speed during the whole time during Delaware, which is about, goes basically 35 from Sheets all the way into like basically the middle of Delaware City, like right in the South Sandusky Street and William Street, which would be 36. It's like 25 right there, right in the middle of town. And then it goes back up to like 35 basically. So it's 4 o'clock in the morning. It's not a whole lot of traffic, not a whole lot of people. So it's basically just us 3 vehicles on the roadway. So, back again to 36 westbound, going towards, Marysville on 36 westbound, basically, and come to South Section Line Road. As we're approaching that intersection, the vehicle is like, it's a green light. It's so green, like it's green like grass. I mean, it's you can see it. The intersection is well lit. Everybody's got their lights on, their headlights. So, it's visibility is good. It's clear night, nothing, basically, obstructions or weather-like, clear, calm morning, actually, I'd say, because it was, Sunday night, Monday morning, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, AMs were, getting close to morning time, basically. Still dark, no sunrise, obviously, around that time. So, traffic is just us 3. The vehicle in front of me starts slowing down, and I don't understand why. So I start applying my brakes, start slowing down, basically. But we are proceeding through the intersection because it is a green light going from east to west, basically. So it's okay for us to go through the intersection because we have a green solid light and everything. So, but this red Honda behind me just like speeding up. I mean, like they backed off, and all of a sudden it's like they're trying to hit me, like they're trying to rear end me and everything. So, and then the car in front of me slowing down, like it didn't make sense. And to my own thoughts, I was like, I'm getting ready to get fucked. Something's going to happen. I just felt that gut feeling that I'm getting set up here, and it just I knew it that something was going to happen. I just had that feeling, and sure shit, here we are. I'm documenting this, and my gut feeling and what I thought that morning actually, is it was a setup. I felt like I was being ambushed, and I didn't know if they were trying to like pin me between two vehicles. I mean, the Honda was pretty nice, but the car in front of me was a little older car, basically. So I don't know if they are intentionally trying to get me to rear end that vehicle in front of me by them trying to push me into the vehicle, or trying to pay attention to the vehicle behind me and not paying attention in front of me, basically to the point where I would, by accident, basically not on purpose, by accident, by paying attention behind me in my rearview mirror, and that vehicle slowing down in front of me, that I would rear end that vehicle in front of me, basically causing an accident to the point where, here we are, something happens and everything else. I do have full coverage insurance. I have $1 million liability, general liability, commercial auto, and commercial business insurance on my vehicle, which is paid up current. I also have an SR22, so I have all, documentation, and which I can back it up and prove it and then some that it has been paid. I've been doing very well with that through my insurance and everything. Try and keep a clean driving record, safe driving record. Obviously, there's a few things on there that should not be on there. But I try to explain this to the officer tonight on March 9th, persons who showed up, but he would not hear it, wouldn't hear anything about it. So back to the incident on 36 westbound around South Section Line Road. So we got this car in front of me. We're proceeding through the intersection. Like they're slowing down as we're proceeding through a green light intersection. Of course, we have to clear the intersection. If it's a green light, we can't just have an accident or stop right there in that intersection. So once we get completely through the intersection, the red car immediately is on my tail, tailgating me, right up on my bumper. Basically, I can't see their headlights. I do see some movement inside the vehicle. The red car, I see some other movement in front of the car in front of me, almost like the cell phones are like they're talking on the phones. Not too sure. It just seemed like I'm very alert and cautious, and I can look, within seconds. I'm 45. I've been driving since I was 16, so I'm very alert of what's going on. I have emergency certification as driving for emergency vehicles and stuff like that, and have really up my skills. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but I'm very skillful driving. I know what I'm doing. I try to follow all the laws. I do follow most of the laws and do my best as a responsible driver and stuff like that. So I did have my seatbelt on and everything like that. So I had my lights on, my headlights, not my emergency lights or anything like that, but I do have emergency lights on my vehicle because this is an emergency vehicle. And I basically, once we got through the intersection and we're still proceeding westbound on 36, we're doing below the speed limit. At this time, the speed limit's all 55. It goes from 45 to 55 once you start passing that intersection, basically. So we're doing probably about 45, 40. We're doing below the speed limit, at least 10 to 15 miles below the speed limit at this time. And next thing I know, this red car just once was right behind me on my ass. I mean, tailgate me. And then all of a sudden, comes out around me, almost clips the back end of my truck because they're that close. I mean, just floors it, comes out around me, and they're going left to center. They are now driving down the turn lane to go from 36 eastbound to South Section Line Road northbound, basically. So they're going the wrong way on the road. They're left to center. They're driving in a turn lane, basically. Granted, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, there's not many cars, but obviously they just broke a lot of traffic laws from the time we left Sheets all the way to that situation there, basically. If I had a dash cam, I could record every bit of that. So obviously my dash cam burned up or something happened, but I do have a dash cam, but it's not in operation right now. But it sounds like I need to get one because a situation and scenarios like this happening. So I'm pretty sure if I had a dash cam and these people were able to see it, they probably would never have done what they did, basically. So give me 1 second here. It's late at night, so I had to get the light to come back on here real quick. So that red vehicle basically almost sideswipes me. As not only do they almost clip the back end of my vehicle, they also almost attempt to sideswipe my vehicle because they're that close. Like I can literally look over and see there's people in the car. Like that's how close they are. Like there's only like a foot difference, I don't know, or so, but it happens so quickly that I was trying to make sure that the vehicle, once this vehicle starts, start speeding up a little bit too. But this red car basically is now hightailing it down 36 westbound. I think the speeds were up to almost 80 miles per hour before the curve, basically. So at the time, you can't wait for law enforcement, because you're dealing with an incident right now. And I was in protection mode. I was in defensive mode because I'm by myself. I got these two vehicles attempting to do road rage or attempting to do something to me, to my vehicle or cause an accident. So I had to take it upon myself to deal with the situation the best that I could within reason, and everything else, because my next step was to call law enforcement, let them know what's going on, that this was happening and stuff like that. But I really feel like that this was a planned attempt to cause me more problems or griefs or cause an incident on my driving record for so. I did call my brother about this later, and he says it sounds like it was just a road rage incident, basically. He's on the Delaware City Police Department, and also he just says it's good, I'm all about conspiracies or whatever like that. I'm like, if I had the video proof to show all this, I wish I would have, like I'm doing now, I wish I would have just, but and you got seconds, you got, it's like when bullies or people want to cause a problem or drama or want to fight you or cause a problem, you only have seconds to act to reaction, basically. That whole, act upon reaction of what's going on, basically. So, I therefore put on my orange flashing light and my hazard lights and basically would trail behind so I can get some information of this vehicle that was causing all these issues from all the way through the city of Delaware on 36 westbound William Street to where at South Section Line Road, where they almost attempted to basically cause an accident in between these two vehicles. I do remember the vehicle from me. It was a four-door sedan. It was an older vehicle. It didn't seem like it was wrecked or anything like that, but it did seem like it was just a older vehicle that if something were to happen, it'd be more or less, it wasn't a newer vehicle. So that kind of like, red flag right there. What the car was doing behind me all the way through City of Delaware, and then what the incident was happening, of basically tailgating me and almost rear-ending me and then speeding around me on the sideswipe. There's another red flag. Me feeling and thinking, okay, I'm getting screwed here, I'm getting set up. It just seemed like, and it's like it was a planned action and they were trying to fulfill it as best as possible. Who is putting these people up to doing this? Why are they thinking it's necessary that they need to do this, but they're willing if they're getting paid? Like money talks, bullshit walks, basically. It just seems out of the ordinary why people can't just leave me alone and not cause a problem. And then for my brother to say it was road rage, hey, there's another red flag. I love my brother to death and everything else. I just don't want him to be corrupt and have these officers, because they're trying to hold something over him. And by doing so, it's kind of, persuading my brother to become corrupt or whatever like that. These are just my thoughts and opinions of the situation. So, which I have the right to express, free expression, free of speech, basically, my opinions. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here and everything. That's why I'm documenting that stuff like that. So, basically, I got up behind the vehicle, and all of a sudden the red car just comes to complete stop. I mean, like dead stop in the lane of traffic, going 36 westbound, basically, after going left to center, but they're right there on a dangerous curve. And I'm like, okay, what is your problem? Got on my speaker and like, okay, what's going on? The officer, the deputy, was trying to say I was conducting a traffic stop. I was trying to handle a situation, so therefore that I can figure out what's going on, so I can call the police. I was in defensive mode. I'm trying to protect myself. Do I need to grab my mace? Do I need to basically look for an exit strategy? Do I need to look for an exit plan? Do I need to call? There's so many variables, so many things going through your head. Do I call 911? Is this something that alarms 911 or so? I mean, I just didn't get to that point. The situation happened. I dealt with it the best that I could with the circumstances and everything like that. Of course, it's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I have not been to sleep yet. I'm sleep deprived, and so basically, I'm tired, and the part of my handicap disabilities, I do have a staring problem. I do have panic attacks. I do have asthma attacks, and I dang near almost went into a panic attack because this is happening to me. Like, this is really happening to me. Am I getting ambushed? Or they go try to wreck into my vehicle and then kidnap me, because we're right by the quarry. We're by National Lime and Stone. These run through my head. Like, are they going to take me over here to the woods or the shooting range, basically, and shoot me, basically? Are they going to take me over to the quarry and drop me off and push me off the edge? I mean, these things are running through my head. So, I'm just like, I just wanted to get out of there as my own. So I told the vehicle, I said, this. I'm warning you, basically, I was in protection mode. I'm trying to protect myself. At the time, you do what you have to do to protect yourself. You can't just always involve law enforcement right away. I'm not a tattletale, but everybody's like, well, let law enforcement handle it. Law enforcement's nowhere to be around to be able to deal with the situation right as it's happening, basically. And I have to deal with it as the best my knowledge that I can when the incident's happening. And that's what I did. And I told the deputy, I said, I dealt with it. Yeah, and for some reason, I'm on my way back to where I need to go. And I do the speed limit. They're doing the speed limit. And next thing I know, they know who I am. They know what I drive. They know what I do. And it's like, that's really weird. Like, my license plate's hard to see to begin with because it's not, but the car behind me, once I got around that car, the car that was in front of me, once I got out around them, because they refused to do the legal speed limit down the roadway, it's just, were they filming? Is there a documentation on this? And like the deputy at the gas station tonight, March 9th, around 11 o'clock p.m., basically just laughed in my face, would not let me explain myself, did not give me an opportunity, is falsifying information. Basically, they're basing everything off of the person that caused this. Basically, I was just minding my own business. I wasn't doing any road rage. I was just wanting to go to where I need to go, get a couple hours of sleep. I'm already sleep deprived. They knew this, and basically they knew that I'm more vulnerable, basically, because of this, more or less. And so, there's a vulnerability there. What is crossing that other person's mind, that I need to react to reaction of what's happening right then and there. I can't wait for law enforcement. I can't wait for 911 to ask me a million questions and then hope to God that the person doesn't start shooting at me or start, destroying my vehicle or causing problems because they're being paid or they're being told to do this, basically, and getting away with it. We have a lot of this corruption. We have a lot of this going on right now, basically, and it's just a shame that it has come down to the point of me having to document it, and this means to be able to have due process. I'm willing to submit this video into evidence to explain, but I tell the truth, nothing but truth, so help me God. I will swear under oath, under due process, and what I have to say and what the officer's saying is not, it's all hearsay. Where's the documentation? Was there any cell phone video? Was there any, pictures taken? Was there any, radar guns in place? Was there any, where's the evidence? I mean, there needs to be evidence, substantial evidence, foundation basically, and to be able to say I did what I did. I explained my side of the story, not so much the story, but my side of the incident, and it seems like every time I do that, the sheriff's office refuses to put excuse me, refuses to put down what I say and everything else, and they have their body cams on. Why can't they reference back to the body cam and what it says to be able to, if they're going to file a report, if I was a police officer and I had to file a report, I would try to go word for word reference what they had to say. And for some reason, that's not happening. There's many police reports or deputy reports, I would say, within the last 20 years, where the wording or the statement or the information is incorrect. It's more or less worded to the point where it makes me the person at fault. Like, I'm the one that did the,